Hi, everybody. I wanted to jump on here really quickly and talk about this Monique and DL Hughley situation. Now, we all know that Monique just gave an interview today with Shannon Sharpe on his YouTube channel called Club Shay Shay. And in this interview, she called out several people: Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, Kevin Hart, Tiffany Haddish. And the video went viral. So now DL Hughley is coming out telling you what he thinks, not just about the interview, but about Monique herself. Now, these two had a very bad falling out a while back. They both started arguing over a contract that said that both of them were supposed to be the headliner of the show. Just in case you forgot, let me refresh your memory.
Now, if you remember back in May of 2022, both Monique and Hughley were involved in a contract dispute at a stand-up comedy show where both comedians were told they were going to be the headliner. According to Vibe, Monique said she was supposed to be the headliner. Hughley allegedly made it clear that if Monique closed the show, he would not perform because he was supposed to be the headliner. Their debate would spill over to the audience when Monique took it to the stage to address what just happened and began to verbally assault Hughley. The controversy didn't stop there, as in the next few days, the two would trade insults online while posting their contracts and performance agreements and let their followers decide who the true headliner was. The back and forth would seem to cross the line when Monique brought up an old interview with Hughley where he revealed that his daughter was sexually assaulted by a family friend. Monique's post read, "I find it funny that D.L. Hughley will call out Ice Cube, Kanye, Rizza Islam, Angela Stanton, myself, etc., but he won't call out the name of the person that violated his daughter." Many online thought Monique's comments went too far, and she would later apologize publicly to Hughley's family. This rivalry is something that the interview did touch on. During the latest Vulture interview, Monique was asked if she had ever felt like she had to be overly conscious of coming off harsh. Monique's response: "Let me say this. Everything I said about D.L. Hughley, I meant, and I don't take back anything I said about D.L. Hughley. They said, how could you attack his family? I never attacked D.L. Hughley's family. I never said anything about D.L. Hughley's family. I simply reposted an interview that D.L. Hughley had. I will say this to you, Craig. I don't have an issue with D.L. Hughley, but because D.L. Hughley was never brave enough to say, guys, I started this whole situation with my sister Monique. I started the whole thing. After that, we can move forward. Everything I said about D.L. Hughley, I meant that. I meant that. When his daughter got involved, I'm old enough to be that baby's mother. And it's like, baby, it was never my intention ever to hurt your feelings, ever, or your sister's feelings. So that's when I said, let me apologize, because my intention was never to hurt those babies' feelings."
So now, you see, she did apologize, not to D.L. Hughley, but to his family. It doesn't matter. It looks like she could have saved her apologies because D.L. Hughley seems just as upset as he was back in the day when it all began. So he responded to Monique's interview today with Shannon Sharpe, and this is what he had to say.
Well, Club Shay Shay is getting messier and messier. It's almost like Wendy Williams didn't go anywhere. She just got a weight set. So Monique was on. Every time I see Monique these days, she's on doing some greasy ass video with her and her daddy complaining about something or working out. I don't know nobody that work out that much and gain weight unless every crunch you do has got Captain in front of it. But apparently she goes on Club Shay Shay and tells the story about how she came on my radio show and I wasn't there at the time. And my co-host Jasmine Sanders played a game that we played all the time with everybody called Would You Rather. She apparently was so offended by that she said she got off. She called me. Monique did, and she said I was very dismissive, like, Monique's a liar. When Monique did call me, I heard her complaints. I listened to her, and I pulled the segment. So if I had been as dismissive as she alleges I was, that segment would have aired. It didn't, because I respected her wishes. She's a liar. It's also befuddles the shit out of me how somebody who, as a comedian, talks as much shit about everybody else as she does. She has the temerity to be offended about anything as much shit as you say about people. Then she encouraged everybody, allegedly it stems from the fact that I used to always talk shit about her on video after video, and she encouraged her sweet babies to look at the video and find them. Do that. Do exactly what she says. And you know what you're not going to find? You're not going to find any evidence of that because Monique is a fucking liar. She's lying about that. But what you will find Is Monique talking shit about some alleged contract dispute we had? Look at the ticket. It says D.L. Hughley, then Monique. She knows the story. But what she did in response to that, she talked about my dog, my wife. This broad even brought out my daughter's personal trauma. My daughter was molested, and Monique brought that shit out and told the world that I allowed my daughter to be raped in front of me. The lying motherfucker. She knows she was lying. And it only stopped when everybody from my family checked her. It's interesting. You know what else you won't see Monique doing? You won't ever see her with her family, videos with her children or grandchildren, because nobody fucks with me. How do you have sweet babies when your own babies don't fuck with you? How do you love us for real when there's no evidence of anybody loving you for real, except your daddy, who you apparently have to pay? And FYI, daughters are paid for by daddies, not daddies who get paid by their daughters. You know what else you won't see Monique doing? Telling jokes. Monique, if she'd have spent as much time actually writing jokes and writing her Netflix special as she did complaining about not having one, it wouldn't have been trash. It got the worst reviews of any Netflix special in history. Because that's what Monique does. She complains and she has grievances. You never see her being a human being. You never see her being sweet and warm to people, except when she's using it to butter somebody up to get something. There's a reason why everywhere she go, shit starts. Everywhere she goes. How is it that nobody fucks with you? Not even your family. How do you, well, I was on the road, get it. I get it every goddamn week. Look at my schedule versus yours. See how much I'm going. And I still manage to have a relationship that I cherish with my children. Can you say the same? You can't. Because all you do is talk about your grievances and who did you wrong. There's a reason you're by yourself. There's a reason you got to pay a man to love you. It's sad. There's an old adage that says you can't buy love. It's a shame, Monique, that you probably always will have to.
Now, it is obvious that DL is more than upset. He's pissed off, and it feels like he doesn't want to forgive Monique. And I can't really judge him, because sometimes when you're upset, it's no timeline on how you should handle it, how soon it should last, how long it should go on. When you're upset, and this is a very sensitive topic. Unfortunately, I don't have any advice. I like both people, both comedians. I thought that the interview that Monique gave to Shannon Sharpe was very good, very inspiring, needed to be done. The things that she said in the interview were her truth. And then as far as D.L. Hughley's side, I mean, you can't tell a person to get over something that's so, I don't even know the word that I'm looking for. This is a very touchy topic. It involved his daughter. I do know that when the touching was taking place with his daughter, it was, according to the rumors, a family friend. It was D.L. Hughley's friend touching his daughter. And when she told him, he did not believe her. That had to be devastating for her. But it appears that they have gotten over it and moved past it. And now Monique is bringing it back up. I kind of understand him being upset too. So I really am 50-50 in this situation. It usually doesn't happen a lot where I don't have any say, any words of reason for the situation. Because ultimately, I feel that both people are right. I mean, it's rare that I have one of these situations, but I'm having it. So what I'm going to do is rely on you guys to make some sense of the situation. Is anybody right in this situation? Is anybody wrong? Or is there a happy medium or some way that they can figure this out? Because let me tell you, I don't know. I am neutral on this subject here. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Until next time, bye for now.